द ब्रदर ऑफ द विक्टिम अमन जी आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? अमन
जी सर आ रही है।
ये आपको भाई, ये जो वीडियो हम देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे, ये यहाँ पे क्या हुआ था? शालिग्राम गर्ग ये बाबा बागेश्वर के भाई है?
जी जी सर।
वो क्यों आए थे वहां पे?
वहाँ पे जमीन का विवाद था, मतलब 1 महीने पहले एक पंडित थी, तो उसने मेरे भाई मतलब वहाँ पे गए थे राजनगर थाना आवेदन के लिए। उनने बोला कि आवेदन के लिए जाना है, तो चले गए थे ये लोग। तो उसकी वजह से इन लोगों ने अभी जब भी पहले भी इनने मतलब के गाली गलौज की, ऐसे ही बोले चलो, हमने बोला कि चलो अब नहीं जाएंगे, कोई बात नहीं है। और फिर अब जी आज अचानक से एकदम से हमने हमला कर दिया। मतलब आए 3-4 लोग आए, पहले घर से पकड़ के ले गए मेरे भाई को कि चलो वहां पे चल रहा है, बोले सालेग्राम बुला रहे हैं गाँव में।
कौन बुला रहा था?
सालेग्राम धीरेन्द्र कृष्ण शास्त्री का छोटा भाई।
चाहिए उनको, क्या चाहिए था
उनको ये चाहिए था कि दब के रहे, हमारे खिलाफ कोई ना बोल सके। मतलब चाहे हम किसी के ऊपर गोली फायरिंग करें या कुछ भी करें, मतलब कोई बोल नहीं सकता है। मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ कि जमीन की विवाद थी, उनकी जमीन हड़प रहे थे रातों रात, तो आवेदन के लिए गए थे लोग, मतलब 1 महीने पहले। तो उसकी वजह से इन लोगों ने आज हमला कर दिया।
कौन हड़पाया था जमीन को?
सालेग्राम धीरेन्द्र कृष्ण शास्त्री का छोटा भाई।
और आपने पुलिस को बताया था इसके बारे में? कंप्लेंट फाइल की थी आपने?
हमने नहीं की, वो जिनकी जमीन थी उन लोग बेलोग करते रहे।
और कंप्लेंट करने के बाद भी कुछ एक्शन नहीं लिया था पुलिस वहां पे? एफआईआर नहीं हुआ?
नहीं, एफआईआर हुआ हो या नहीं, लेकिन पुलिस ने कुछ कार्रवाई नहीं की है। आवेदन दे आए थे ये लोग, और 1-2 बार और भी गांव में आए हैं, तो जो जोन आवेदन में गए थे उन लोगों को भी धमकी मिली है, गाली गलौज करके गए।
क्यों क्या पुलिस डरते हैं क्या उससे?
अब उन्हीं का सब कुछ चल रहा है यहाँ पे सर, आप लोग भी सब कोई जानता है, यहाँ पे सब उन्हीं का चल रहा है, बागेश्वर धाम का। तो यहाँ पे हम लोग हैं कौन? अब पीएम जी यहाँ पे हाथ मिला के जा रहे हैं, कह रहे हैं कि छोटा भाई है मेरा धीरेन्द्र कृष्ण शास्त्री।
ये कितने दिन से चल रहा है? ये जो शालिग्राम गर्ग है, ये भाई है, इसका कितने दिन से चल रहा है ये चक्कर?
तो एक जमीन तो इसने हड़प ली यहाँ पे, ऐसे डरा धमका के 100-200 एकड़ तक हड़प ली है, डरा धमका के बंदूक के नोक पे। अब मतलब बारी बारी धमकाता रहता है और जमीन अपने नाम कराता रहता है।
तो यहाँ पे पुलिस, यहाँ पे कानून कुछ नहीं है?
सब उन्हीं के हैं, गरीबों के थोड़ी हैं।
सैड स्टेट ऑफ अफेयर्स। अमन जी आपसे बात करेंगे हम थोड़ी देर में, एक और बार कनेक्ट करेंगे आपके साथ। वीडियो में आपको लाइव लेना चाहते हैं हम। That's the victim's brother Aman saying that Baba Bageshwar's brother has been given a free run by the police, saying that he was trying to grab land in Madhya Pradesh, and despite the victims here going to the police and filing a complaint, there is nothing to stop Baba Bageshwar's brother, saying the police are complicit in this case. We'll take a break here on Republic. Coming back with that story. In fact, Republic is the only channel breaking that story, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get you more details from Chhatarpur in Madhya Pradesh. There is no statement from Baba Bageshwar yet on his brother being named in an FIR.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मम्मा, क्या स्वाद है?
अरे मेरे राजा,
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट, ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े।
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है? आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट, स्वाद बनाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और फरसान, अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
तालियों की गूंज के साथ शुरुआत करते हैं यहां पर मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ का, जो हमारे बीच अब मौजूद है।
जोरदार तालियों से स्वागत करिए। गड़गड़ाहट।
केसरिया से मन जोगी
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ, स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है?
अरे मेरे राजा,
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी। प्यास बुझाए, ठंडक लाए, सबको भाए जीरा से। MTH का जलजीरा जीरा से।
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MTH।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े।
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
संवाद के मुख्य अतिथि, संवाद के केंद्र बिंदु उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ।
Good evening, viewers. You're watching Republic Global, and I'm Rakshita Mishra with you. Let's get started with the top story that we are tracking for you today. In fact, the tensions in the Gulf are only escalating, and fresh claims from the military as missile interceptions and diplomatic protests are also now being reported with renewed U.S. operations against Iran. Also on the show, in this edition of Republic Global, we bring you how where India has formally launched its campaign for a non-permanent seat on the UNSC for the 2028 to 2029 term. As Jaishankar unveiled India's vision under the banner of Shanti. We tell you what really is it does it stand for. Also on the show, we bring you where Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, has confirmed he will seek another term as the country prepares for national elections in October. And finally on the show, the big story is from Europe, where a new defense coalition is taking shape amid growing security concerns. Ukraine 9 European nations announcing an integrated anti-ballistic missile coalition aiming at strengthening missile defense capabilities. Bring you all that, but first, the headlines. Fresh tensions grip West Asia. Jordan claims Iranian missiles intercepted. US resumes military operations against Iran. India launches campaign for UNSC seat. Jaishankar unveils the Shanti vision at UN headquarters. Israel announces national elections for 27th of October. Netanyahu confirms he will seek another term. Ukraine and 9 European nations launch anti-ballistic missile coalition. New defense partnership unveiled in Paris. The West Asian crisis is deepening with fresh military action, rising diplomatic tensions and growing concerns over regional security. Jordan claims it intercepted Iranian missiles. Meanwhile, Iran has made fresh military claims. India has also protested the killing of its national due to the firing that happened on the ship. US, meanwhile, says that operations against Iran have resumed. We get you a full 360-degree view in this report.
The West Asian conflict is widening with missile attacks, military strikes, and rising maritime tensions, pushing the region closer to a larger confrontation. Jordan says its air defense systems intercepted and destroyed 4 Iranian missiles that entered its airspace as fighting between Iran and its adversaries continues to escalate. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard claims it targeted Bahrain's Jafar base, which hosts US military personnel, alleging strikes on an arms depot and satellite communications facilities. India has protested to Iran after an attack on a merchant vessel near the Strait of Hormuz killed an Indian national, demanding accountability and stronger maritime security measures. Tehran has warned that the Strait of Hormuz will remain closed under what it calls American aggression, keeping pressure on one of the world's busiest energy routes. The United States says military operations against Iran resumed after attacks on commercial vessels, with President Donald Trump notifying Congress about renewed action. As missile exchanges, shipping attacks, and military deployments intensify, Gulf nations are preparing for a prolonged crisis, with the UAE planning a new East Coast port to bypass the vulnerable Strait of Hormuz and protect trade routes. As the conflict deepens, the UAE's latest port plan underscores how the war is extending beyond the battlefield, reshaping strategic trade routes and the security architecture of the world.
All right, we have some breaking news coming in right now on the Republic Global. Major fire breaks out at a prominent mixed-use building in the heart of Brussels, triggering a large emergency response. The blaze erupted inside the Oxy Tower and rapidly spread through the building's lift shaft. Several workers had to be evacuated, with at least one person sustaining severe burn injuries. Authorities are now investigating the cause of the fire as firefighters continue operations at the site. Visuals from the site, viewers on your screens right now. 3 workers evacuated from the building. It's the landmark Oxy Tower in Brussels as fire erupts in the tower, and 3 workers have been evacuated so far. One is reported to have sustained injuries, and the firefighting crew on the spot. Right now, shifting our focus to the other stories on Republic Global. India has formally launched its campaign for a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council for the 2028 and 2029 term. Unveiling the campaign at the UN headquarters in New York, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar outlined India's vision under the banner of Shanti and pitched New Delhi as voice for the global South, a champion of multilateralism and a bridge builder in an increasingly divided world. Here's more.
Shanti, which means peace. India has officially begun its campaign for a seat at the United Nations Security Council for the 2028 and 2029 term. Launching the bid at the UN headquarters in New York, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar unveiled India's campaign theme as Shanti, which stands for securing holistic advancement through norms, trust, and integrity. The campaign comes at a time when global conflicts, geopolitical tensions, and questions over the effectiveness of international institutions are dominating world affairs. India is contesting for a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council, the UN's most powerful body responsible for maintaining international peace and security. Elections are expected in 2027, and if elected, India will serve a 2-year term beginning in 2028. Jaishankar said India's approach would be guided by dialogue, diplomacy, and consensus building, with a special focus on the concerns of developing nations.
We have been a reliable supplier of these products to our neighbors. And where the larger canvas of development is concerned, there are today Indian-funded projects in as many as 79 countries across multiple geographies. So these represent a strong statement of our solidarity. And let me say this, in a world with too many conflicts and tensions, India has consistently espoused dialogue and diplomacy. We have sought to bridge differences. We have sought to find common ground. Our focus has been on mitigating the impact of these developments for the global south.
At the heart of India's campaign is a promise to amplify the voice of the global south and push for a more representative and effective global order. India has also pledged to strengthen UN peacemaking operations through technology, better mandates, and greater participation of women peacekeepers. Other priorities include securing maritime trade routes, tackling terror financing, and ensuring responsible use of artificial intelligence. India's campaign also draws strength from its long-standing engagement with the United States. UN is also among the world's largest contributors to UN peacemaking missions and has consistently argued for reforms to make the Security Council more representative of today's relatives. And through this campaign, India is once again positioning itself as a bridge between developed and developing worlds. With elections expected next year and diplomatic outreach already underway, India is now seeking global support for what could become its 9th term on the Security Council.
Israel is heading for its national elections very, very soon, and it's going to happen on the 27th of October with the incumbent Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu confirming that he will seek another term in office. The vote will be first since the 7th of October Hamas attacks and the wars that followed in Gaza, Lebanon and Iran. With security, governance and Netanyahu's political future all on the ballot, the election is shaping up to be one of the most consequential in Israel's recent history.
Israel is set for a major political showdown. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's coalition has announced that national elections will be held on 27th October 2026. The vote will elect the 26th Knesset and comes after the current parliament completed its full term, a rarity in Israeli politics. The election will be the first national vote since October 7th Hamas attacks, after that transformed Israel's political and security landscape. Since the 2022 elections, Israel has fought wars in Gaza, Lebanon and against Iran while facing growing domestic divisions over security, governance and judicial reforms. As a result, many analysts see this election as a referendum on Benjamin Netanyahu's leadership. Netanyahu, Israel's longest-serving prime minister, has already confirmed he will contest the election and intends to return to power. But the road ahead may not be easy, as recent opinion polls suggest a closely contested race with opposition parties hoping to capitalize on public anger over the October 7th attacks. Questions surrounding security failures, the handling of the wars and deep political divisions are expected to dominate the campaign. The last Israeli election was held in November 2022, when Netanyahu's right-wing bloc secured a majority and returned to power. This time, however, the stakes are significantly higher, as the outcome could shape Israel's post-war future, determine the political legacy of Benjamin Netanyahu, and influence the country's direction at a time of continued regional uncertainty.
All right, now a new European defense coalition is taking shape with one clear objective: building a stronger shield against ballistic missile threats. At the coalition of the Willing Summit in Paris, Ukraine and 9 European nations announced the launch of an integrated anti-ballistic missile coalition, a joint initiative to develop advanced missile defense capabilities while reinforcing Ukraine's long-term security. Here's more.
Even as the war in Ukraine grinds on, Europe is now preparing for a threat that extends far beyond the battlefield: ballistic missiles. In Paris, leaders of the so-called coalition of the willing announced a new integrated anti-ballistic missile coalition aimed at strengthening Europe's air defense capabilities and supporting Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky joined leaders from France, Britain, Germany, Italy, Spain, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and the Netherlands for the announcement. The coalition says the growing use of ballistic missiles by Russia has exposed major gaps in Europe's defensive architecture. The initiative will bring together governments, military planners, and defense companies to jointly develop next-generation missile defense systems. Officials say the goal is to create faster, more affordable alternatives and complements to existing systems such as the American Patriot and European SAMP-T batteries. A key focus will be Ukraine's Ferja project, described as a modular European missile shield designed to counter Russia's expanding missile campaign. The announcement came during the latest coalition of the Willing Summit in Paris, a grouping led by France and the United Kingdom that was formed to coordinate long-term support for Ukraine. Alongside military aid and security guarantees, the coalition is now seeking to build a continent-wide shield against one of the most dangerous threats in modern warfare.
And France marked Bastille Day with a powerful display of military strength and European unity as troops and aircraft from across the continent joined celebrations in Paris. With Ukrainian President Zelensky among the dignitaries attending the parade, the event doubled as a message of continued support for Ukraine and Europe's determination to strengthen its collective security.
A celebration of French history, but also a demonstration of European resolve. Paris marked the Bastille Day parade with a grand military parade featuring troops, warplanes, and military contingents from across Europe. The annual event commemorates the storming of the Bastille prison in 1789, a defining moment that sparked the French Revolution. Among those attending the celebrations were French President Emmanuel Macron, Ukrainian President Zelensky, and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Nearly 30 world leaders gathered in Paris as Europe sought to project unity amid continuing security challenges across the continent. The parade featured military aircraft roaring across the skies, while troops from several European nations marched down the iconic Champs-Élysées. The display was widely seen as a signal that Europe remains committed to supporting Ukraine and strengthening its own defense capabilities. It also highlighted growing efforts by European nations to take greater responsibility for regional security. The celebrations are particularly significant for President Macron, as this is expected to be his final Bastille Day as French president. Bastille Day remains one of France's most important national occasions, commemorating the uprising that transformed the country's political history and became a symbol of liberty and republican values. However, this year's festivities unfolded against the backdrop of another challenge. Extreme heat and devastating wildfires forced the cancellation of traditional fireworks displays and several public celebrations across parts of France. Even so, the parade in Paris went ahead, combining history, military spectacle and diplomacy on one of France's most symbolic days.
Heavy thunderstorms triggered flash flooding across parts of Louisiana in the United States, leaving the roads submerged and the vehicles stranded. Dramatic visuals from Bastille city showed the cars struggling through floodwaters as authorities warn residents to stay off the inundated roads. Here's more.
Torrential rain has caused flash flooding across parts of Louisiana, in US flooding roads and disrupting traffic. Dramatic visuals from Bastille city show vehicles attempting to drive through flooded streets, with several getting stranded. The National Weather Services say thunderstorms swept through the region, triggering widespread waterlogging. Residents were forced to pull over as floodwaters quickly rose across major roads.
I pulled over safely because there were cars that were stalled.
Authorities urged motorists to avoid driving through the flooded stretches, warning that even shallow water can become dangerous. Several vehicles were seen partially submerged as emergency crews monitored the affected areas.
I don't want to sound mean, but it's kind of entertaining and it's kind of jaw-dropping.
With more rain forecast, officials continue to monitor the situation and have advised residents to remain alert for further flash flooding.
And we have breaking news coming in from Europe, where aviation authorities have issued a fresh warning for airlines operating in the Gulf. Now, the European Union Aviation Safety Agency, or the EASA, has advised the carriers to avoid flying over several Gulf countries, citing the growing security risks linked to the ongoing regional tensions and military activity. The warning comes amid the fears that escalating hostilities could pose a serious threat to civilian aircraft. Clearly, we see the impact, the ripple effects, the impact of the war spiraling once again, and its impact on travel, on oil prices, and much more. And in some more breaking news coming in, Iranian authorities say that fresh US strikes have targeted the cities of Abadan and Mashhad in the southwestern province of Khuzestan. Now, the two locations in Iran lie close to the borders with Iraq and Kuwait, and hence they are considered strategically important, with Abadan housing one of West Asia's oldest oil refineries and Mashhad serving as a key port city. So that has been on target, both of these locations. The reported attacks are coming amid continuing hostilities between Washington and Tehran. All right, with that's a wrap on this edition of Republic Global, viewers, but don't go anywhere. We have all the exclusive stories on how Pakistan is trying to wage a water war against India and much more at 7 p.m. This is exclusive.
वास्तव में उत्तर प्रदेश बीमार नहीं था। बीमारू वह मानसिकता थी जो यूपी के अंदर 2017 के पहले शासन कर रही थी, जिसने यूपी को बीमार करके छोड़ दिया था।
Co-powered by Crystal Crop Protection, देश का किसान, देश का हीरो।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ, स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, mass comm, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
प्यास बुझाए ठंडक लाए सबको भाए जीरा से MTH का जलजीरा जीरा से।
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ।
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला। चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट।
स्वाद बनाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और फरसान, अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
AU करंट अकाउंट के साथ मिलता है फ्री UPI QR ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी और एक ही ऐप से बैंक के सारे काम। AU
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, प्यास बुझाए ठंडक लाए सबको भाए जीरा से MTH का जलजीरा जीरा से।
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
तालियों की गूंज के साथ शुरुआत करते हैं यहाँ पर मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ का, जो हमारे बीच अब मौजूद है।
जोरदार तालियों से स्वागत करिए। गड़गड़ाहट रुकनी नहीं चाहिए।
उत्तर प्रदेश के माननीय यशस्वी मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी से कि वो मंच पर आकर दीप प्रज्वलित कर कार्यक्रम की शुरुआत करें। जोरदार तालियों के साथ इस कार्यक्रम की शुरुआत करेंगे।
जो लोग श्री राम जन्मभूमि मंदिर के बारे में प्रश्न उठा रहे हैं, अयोध्या की आस्था की बात वे लोग कर रहे हैं जो हनुमानगढ़ी में नमाज पढ़वाने का काम करते। बॉटम 3 से टॉप 3 इकोनॉमी में यूपी का आना, यह विकसित भारत की उस आधारशिला को बनने का है जिसमें अब बीमारूपन से नहीं बल्कि भारत की इकोनॉमी के एक ब्रेक थ्रू के रूप में यूपी अपनी जिम्मेदारी का निर्वहन करेगा।
Co-powered by Crystal Crop Protection, देश का किसान, देश का हीरो।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ स्वाद आया?
आया। असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी every day.
AU करंट अकाउंट के साथ मिलता है फ्री UPI QR ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी और एक ही ऐप से बैंक के सारे काम। AU
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी। प्यास बुझाए, ठंडक लाए, सबको भाई जीरा से। MTH का जल जीरा, जीरा से।
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ।
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
यानी इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट।
स्वाद बनाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और फरसान। अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये ही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरी राजा। सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
संवाद के मुख्य अतिथि, संवाद के केंद्र बिंदु उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ पहुंच चुके हैं कार्यक्रम स्थल पर। कुछ ही क्षण में मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ मंच पर होंगे। उनका स्वागत और अभिनंदन किया जा रहा है। और अब गोस्वामी के तीखे सवालों के उत्तर में क्या जवाब को दिखा रहे हैं। मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ पहुंच चुके हैं। कुछ ही क्षण में उनका साक्षात्कार शुरू होने जा रहा है। तो ये
और तालियों की गूंज के साथ शुरुआत करते हैं। यहाँ पर मुख्य
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Very warm welcome, viewers. You're watching the latest edition of This Is Exclusive with me, Rakshita Mishra. And on the show this evening, we're going to bring you the exclusive video that Republic TV has accessed that exposes Pakistan's ploy of waging water war against India, viewers. The Lashkar plot is out. It's caught on camera. And we have more details regarding the terror commander. Also, viewers, on the show this evening, we bring you the story coming in from Madhya Pradesh. Bageshwar Baba's brother fires on a man and he's accused of grabbing their land. FIR has been issued against him, has been registered against him, but till now, no arrest has been made, viewers. So let's get started with the headlines at 7. Republic news break on Lashkar's new terror strategy. Video confirms Pakistan planning water warfare against India. Republic exposes LAT terrorist Haris Dar operating freely in Pakistan to wage water war.
कुछ चंद लोगों की जेब में कैसे जाता था और ये उंगली उठाने वाले लोग कौन हैं? ये वही हैं जो लोग आज श्री राम जन्मभूमि में चोरी के बारे में इतना हो हल्ला कर रहे हैं।
UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's first interview to Republic Bharat. Yogi Adityanath gives a detailed and hard-hitting response to Akhilesh Yadav and the Congress over Ram Mandir. Baba Bageshwar's brother opens a fire in Chhatarpur, shoots a man over land dispute. US Republic TV has accessed an exclusive video, and a shocking one, that exposes how Pakistan-backed terror group Lashkar-e-Taiba is attempting to weaponize the India-Pakistan water dispute. Of course, we've seen how Pakistan has been begging for the water after India's water strike with regards to the IWT, that is Indus Water Treaty. So, viewers, now we have a video that shows you what's happening. And let me just tell you about this. Confrontation over water in 2026 is being discussed by LAT Commander Haris Dar. Footage not only raises fresh concerns over Pakistan's attempts to exploit the water issue, but also once again exposes how Pakistan finds every solution through terror. Pak-backed terror networks, Lashkar-e-Taiba appearing to be preparing for conflict through terrorism. Viewers, just take a look at this exclusive video, and then we have a breaking.
हालात बहुत अच्छे आ रहे हैं इंशाल्लाह। आइंदा आने वाला जो वक्त है, आपने ये पानी की तैयारी की है। आपको पता है हमारे पानी का मसला क्या है कि पीछे इंडिया बैठा है, और आप माशाल्लाह सुन रहे हैं हमारे वजीर और इन सब ने क्या कहा है कि हमारा पानी बंद करेगा, हम उसकी सांस बंद कर देंगे। इस साल 2026 में मेरी बात सुन लें, 2026 में ना पानी के मसले पे कुछ हो जाना है, ठीक है। इंशाल्लाह अल्लाह ताला ना बहुत ही हमें आजादियां गलबे फतूहात देगा इंशाल्लाह वाला। मैं आपको ये कह रहा हूँ, तो तैयारी जरूरी है कि नहीं है, ठीक है। तो जमात के साथ जुड़ के हर बंदा नज़म का हिस्सा बने। तो अगली क्लास के लिए तैयार हो गए हैं कि नहीं? सही, इनको डोरा डैम की दावत दे दी है कि नहीं आपने? आपको पता है अगला स्टेप हमारा डैम में होता है, पता है आपको? मंगला डैम में, पता है आपको? ये ना समझे कि काम खत्म हो गया, काम तो अब अभी आप ना फील्ड में दाखिल हुए हैं अभी आप, ठीक है। दुनिया में इस वक्त जंगों का दौर शुरू हो गया, ठीक है। ट्रंप ने वेनेजुएला पे हमला किया, उसके सदर को, उसकी बीवी को उठा के ले गया, और जनाब दुनिया में कोई उसको पूछने वाला ये वेनेजुएला छोटा मुल्क नहीं, दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा मुल्क है जो ऑयल प्रोड्यूसर है। पूरी दुनिया में जितना तेल पैदा होता है ना, उसका छठा हिस्सा यानी 17% अकेला वेनेजुएला पैदा करता है। उसके सदर बीवी को उठा के ले गया। इसका मतलब है दुनिया में अब बदमाशी का दौर है। तो ये बात समझ रहे हैं? ये बात यानी ताकतवर कमजोर को खा जाए और उसको कोई रोकने वाला। ये जो साल गुजरा है ना, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह पिछले साल अल्लाह ताला ने हमें बहुत बड़ी फतह दी है, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह बहुत बड़ी फतह दी है। हमारे से 6 गुना बड़ा दुश्मन था, अल्लाह ताला ने हमारी मदद की और इंडिया को ऐसी जिल्लत में शिकस्त हुई है कि दुनिया में किसी को मुंह दिखाने के काबिल नहीं, ठीक है। और इस साल हमारे मुआहदे हुए हैं पाकिस्तान के सऊदीया, तुर्की, मिस्र और लीबिया और अजरबैजान, इंडोनेशिया, मलेशिया और बांग्लादेश के साथ। ये तजारती मुआहदे हैं, दिफाई मुआहदे हैं। ये सारे कौन से हैं? दिफाई। लोगों को समझ लग रही है कि भाई अगर हमारा दिफा मजबूत ना हुआ तो हमें ये बड़े बड़े मगरमच्छ खा जाएंगे। मेरी बात समझ? यह मेरा आपसे इंशाल्लाह पाकिस्तान आलम इस्लाम की क़यादत करेगा इंशाल्लाह। इस वक्त पाकिस्तान को नैले बिखरे हुए हुजूम की जरूरत है या मुनज़्ज़म और तरबियत याफ्ता नौजवानों की जरूरत है? क्या ख्याल है? तैयारी की है। आपको पता है हमारे पानी का मसला क्या है कि पीछे इंडिया बैठा है, और आप माशाल्लाह सुन रहे हैं हमारे वजीर और इन सब ने क्या कहा है कि हमारा पानी बंद करेगा, हम उसकी सांस बंद कर देंगे। इस साल 2026 में मेरी बात सुन लें, 2026 में ना पानी के मसले पे कुछ हो जाना है, ठीक है। इंशाल्लाह अल्लाह ताला ना बहुत ही हमें आजादियां गलबे फतूहात देगा इंशाल्लाह वाला। मैं आपको ये कह रहा हूँ, तो तैयारी जरूरी है कि नहीं है, ठीक है। तो जमात के साथ जुड़ के हर बंदा नज़म का हिस्सा बने, हर बंदा नज़म का हिस्सा बने।
And viewers, in fact, we have more updates coming in. Now, this man you saw on the video, Haris Dar, is actually a US designated Lashkar terrorist who's operating freely in Pakistan, viewers. So we have proof by proof how Pakistan hosts, breeds these terrorists, and these are designated, viewers. These are designated terrorists, and they are functioning freely. They are breeding terror, they're sponsoring terror, and they are threatening terror strike openly. This is a US designated Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorist who you just heard talking about waging water war. Just take a listen in, viewers, and take a look at the video also that we are showing to you right now, how the training is going on. This is the terror training, viewers, at the dam. And this is a visual, it's a proof of that training that is going on. Viewers, India's water strike has hit Pakistan so hard, and now they are trying to hint at a possible attack in 2026. Now, India has kept the Indus Water Treaty in abeyance following the Pahalgam terror attack. India suspended the treaty as part of its measures against Pakistan after the attack. And now Pakistan's access to water under the agreement has been affected so severely that now it is raising the issue on multiple platforms, and its terror factory is also on the job, as you can see right now. The plot, how the training is being carried out at the dam. The recruitment, they're talking about recruitment, the training, what will happen, how will happen. It's the Mangla Dam, viewers. This is a video from the Mangla Dam in POJK, where we see that the Lashkar-e-Taiba commander Haris Dar, who is a US designated terrorist, is claiming that the terror outfit is conducting specialized water training at the same location. So you have the audio visual proof. You have the audio and you have the visual that shows the training. Listen into this man again. In fact, we was
अच्छे आ रहे हैं इंशाल्लाह। आइंदा आने वाला जो वक्त है, आपने ये पानी की तैयारी की है। आपको पता है हमारे पानी का मसला क्या है कि पीछे इंडिया बैठा है, और आप माशाल्लाह सुन रहे हैं हमारे वजीर और इन सब ने क्या कहा है, तुम्हारा पानी बंद करेगा, हम उसकी सांस बंद कर देंगे। इस साल 2026 में, मेरी बात सुन लें, 2026 में ना पानी के मसले पे कुछ हो जाना है, ठीक है। इंशाल्लाह अल्लाह ताला ना बहुत ही हमें आजादियां गलबे फतूहात देगा इंशाल्लाह ताला। मैं आपको ये कह रहा हूँ, तो तैयारी जरूरी है कि नहीं है, ठीक है। तो जमात के साथ जुड़ के हर बंदा नज़म का हिस्सा बने। तो अगली क्लास के लिए तैयार हो गए हैं कि नहीं? सही, इनको डोरा डैम की दावत दे दी है कि नहीं आपने? आपको पता है अगला स्टेप हमारा डैम में होता है, पता है आपको? मंगला डैम में, पता है आपको? ये ना समझे कि काम खत्म हो गया, काम तो अब अभी आप ना फील्ड में दाखिल हुए हैं भैया, ठीक है। दुनिया में इस वक्त जंगों का दौर शुरू हो गया, ठीक है। ट्रंप ने वेनेजुएला पे हमला किया, उसके सदर को, उसकी बीवी को उठा के ले गया, और जनाब दुनिया में कोई उसको पूछने वाला नहीं। ये वेनेजुएला छोटा मुल्क नहीं, दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा मुल्क है जो ऑयल प्रोड्यूसर है। पूरी दुनिया में जितना तेल पैदा होता है ना, उसका छठा हिस्सा यानी 17% अकेला वेनेजुएला पैदा करता। उसके सदर बीवी को उठा के ले गया। इसका मतलब है दुनिया में अब बदमाशी का दौर है। मेरी बात समझ रहे हैं? ये बात यानी ताकतवर कमजोर को खा जाए और उसको कोई रोकने वाला। ये जो साल गुजरा है ना, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह पिछले साल अल्लाह ताला ने हमें बहुत बड़ी फतह दी, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह बहुत बड़ी फतह दी है। हमारे से 6 गुना बड़ा दुश्मन था, अल्लाह ताला ने हमारी मदद की और इंडिया को ऐसी जिल्लत में शिकस्त हुई है कि दुनिया में किसी को मुंह दिखाने के काबिल नहीं, ठीक है। और इस साल हमारे मुआहदे हुए हैं पाकिस्तान के सऊदीया, तुर्की, मिस्र और लीबिया और अजरबैजान, इंडोनेशिया, मलेशिया और बांग्लादेश के साथ। ये तजारती मुआहदे हैं, दिफाई मुआहदे हैं। ये सारे कौन से हैं? दिफाई। लोगों को समझ लग रही है कि भाई अगर हमारा दिफा मजबूत ना हुआ तो हमें ये बड़े बड़े मगरमच्छ खा जाएंगे। इस बात समझ? यह मेरा आपसे इंशाल्लाह पाकिस्तान आलम इस्लाम की क़यादत करेगा इंशाल्लाह। इस वक्त पाकिस्तान को नैले बिखरे हुए हुजूम की जरूरत है या मुनज़्ज़म और तरबियत याफ्ता नौजवानों की जरूरत है? क्या ख्याल है? तैयारी की है। आपको पता है हमारे पानी का मसला क्या है कि पीछे इंडिया बैठा है, और आप माशाल्लाह सुन रहे हैं हमारे वजीर और इन सब ने क्या कहा है, तुम्हारा पानी बंद करेगा, हम उसकी सांस बंद कर देंगे। इस साल 2026 में, मेरी बात सुन लें, 2026 में ना पानी के मसले पे कुछ हो जाना है, ठीक है। इंशाल्लाह अल्लाह ताला ना बहुत ही हमें आज़ादियाँ गलबे फतूहात देगा इंशाल्लाह ताला। मैं आपको ये कह रहा हूँ, तो तैयारी जरूरी है कि नहीं है, ठीक है। तो जमात के साथ जुड़ के हर बंदा नज़म का हिस्सा।
So that is the warning, the threat of water terror. And Republic TV, in fact, asked the Ministry of External Affairs regarding this video. We posed a question, we put forth a question, and the MEA responded, saying that that New Delhi has been calling upon Pakistan that it must irrevocably and credibly abjure its support for cross-border terrorism. Randeep Jaiswal, the MEA spokesperson, in fact, has responded to Republic TV's question during the press conference. Take a listen in.
It has been our, we have been calling upon Pakistan that they must irrevocably and credibly abjure cross-border terrorism at the earliest. It has been our, we have been calling upon Pakistan that they must irrevocably and credibly abjure cross-border terrorism at the earliest.
Defense expert Major Samar Batur is joining us live on the broadcast. Good evening to you, sir. And it's an open threat by Haris Dar, who is a US designated terrorist. He's openly operating, and he is now also threatening a water war. He's also talking about mobilizing the youth, and he's calling for revenge with a water war against India, talking about a possible attack. He's threatening attack in 2026.
See, I had already been warning, and I had been already informing the government agencies with whom I'm in touch that, you see, they are going to have multiple infiltration techniques. Firstly, they are going to send in people on the behest of the POJK movement on the ceasefire line or the line of control. They are going to, in the garb of, unifying with India. This is the gimmick that they're going to play, this card that is left with them, that they will make people infiltrate into India on the behest of these protests. Once there is infiltration committed, then the Marcos is deployed at tactical places and probably at the dams. CISF is also there. CRPF cover is there at few sensitive locations. Even the military is there. So it is impractical that in one go you can go plant explosives which are there to break the reinforced concrete. It doesn't happen that easily. You need a lot of equipment. You need a lot of overground, underground support, and you constantly need to keep going and accumulating these explosives underwater, and then you must have the means and the technology to have these detonators which detonate underwater. So it's not easy, but whatever they are proclaiming, this is the most likely route that because of the POJK protest, these teams will infiltrate. Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists will infiltrate, that too unarmed. They will be unarmed. The delivery of the ammunition, weapon can be done through any means now. You have the drones which can infiltrate and drop the explosives and deliver it at a certain location or point, or it could already be infiltrated prior, and now these teams will infiltrate now, and there are so many scenarios and ways and means that they can do that. But the amount of explosive needed for one dam to rupture requires a lot of explosive. So we must be very careful at these dams that vehicle-borne IEDs, I suspect from a military point of view, vehicle-borne IEDs may be used to target these sensitive dam locations. They can actually get in underground support. They can exchange a local driver with these terrorists, and they can drive in a tipper truck loaded with explosives. That can be one scenario. So there are n number of possibilities. The only need of the hour is that the Marcos, the CISF, the paramilitary and the armed forces, the intelligence network should be on alert and should be on the lookout for any suspicious activities which are going on in and around any dam or any location which involves, these heavy trucks or vehicles and explosives. So it is the task of the intelligence agencies, which is now come onto them. So they need to track them down, and what is on their mind is what needs to be taken into account. Rakshita.
Right, we also have this, the fact that he is a US designated terrorist. That has no impact. There's a free run for them. It's a free run for them. There is no crackdown.
Rakshita, I need to be blunt about this now. It's enough to call the bluff.
Yes.
I certainly feel the CIA and the ISI are hand in glove. The Americans are very well aware about these terrorists, but they are deliberately not taking any actions against them. I don't see the reason why. I mean, they were using drones over Pakistan to take out the Taliban and the other terror factions which were a threat to them. I wonder where they missed out on Dawood Ibrahim. They missed out on him. They missed out on, other terrorists of the Haqqani network. So I certainly feel that ISI and CIA are somehow involved. And CIA being aware of these details, I doubt whether they are going to share it with the Indian intelligence, because you see, there is a telltale sign of Matthew Van Dyke, now John Brown being caught at the border. So,
absolutely, it's an alarming situation, of course, and we completely do, of course, will keep a close eye on the developments. Thank you so much, Major Samar, for joining us on Republic TV. This is exclusive. Now we were shifting focus now to the other breaking news that we have right now. It was the big story that Republic TV is tracking from Madhya Pradesh. Man shot by Shaligram, who is Baba Bageshwar's brother, in land dispute case. Now, there's no statement yet from Baba Bageshwar, but we have spoken to the brother of the victim. The brother of the victim has said that Bageshwar Baba has enough influence and his brother has been abusing them, grabbing the lands of the poor and also trying to suppress their voices. Take a listen to this exclusive conversation my colleague Niranjan had with the brother of the victim.
किसने मारा है? धीरन महाज के भाई सालकराम थोड़ी इस जान की जमीन छीन रहा है गांव की, सब लोगों की, गरीब आदमियों की।
कौन से गांव के आप रहने वाले?
ग्राम कोड़ा गड़ा के पास।
किस जगह पे मारी गोली?
गांव में।
कौन जगह, कौन से गांव में मारी?
स्कूल के पास।
कितनी गोलियां मारी है? ये क्या डंडा क्या लिए? दिखाओ।
डंडा है।
डंडा?
अरे सालग्राम नहीं है, डंडा लिया था।
इसी से मारा?
तीन फेर किए थे, लग गया दो, मतलब
गवाही हो गए। किस बात को लेकर?
गवाही देंगे। का डंडा है।
किसने मारा है?
धीरन महाज के भाई सालग्राम गड़ा।
कहाँ पे, किस जगह पे मारा?
थोड़ी इस जान की जमीन छीन रहा है गांव की, सब लोगों की, गरीब आदमियों की।
कौन से गांव के आप रहने वाले?
ग्राम कोड़ा गड़ा के पास।
किस जगह पे मारी गोली?
गांव में।
कौन जगह, कौन से गांव में मारी?
स्कूल के पास।
कितनी गोलियां मारी है? ये क्या डंडा क्या लिए? दिखाओ।
डंडा है।
डंडा?
अरे सालग्राम नहीं है, डंडा लिया था।
इसी से मारा?
तीन फेर किए थे, लग गया दो, मतलब
गवाही हो गए। किस बात को लेकर?
Spoke to the brother's victim. If we have the phone conversation, we can play that out. He has alleged that how the brother of Bageshwar Baba have been exercising his influence and trying to grab lands. He has grabbed the lands of the poor and he is trying to silence them. You can see him running away in that video with two others. FIR has been registered against the three, but no arrests that have been made yet. The question rises, as the MP police being soft on Bageshwar Baba's brother?
मोतीलाल कुशवाहा।
क्या घटना हुई मोतीलाल आपके साथ?
सालग्राम गराक अंकित मिश्रा, उसने वो 2-3 लोग और थे, उसने मेरे साथ मारपीट और फायरिंग करी पिस्टल से, मेरे 3-4 फेर थे।
कितनी गोली कहाँ से निकली आपके?
यहाँ पर लगी है, यहाँ कान में भी लगी, यहाँ पर उसने डंडा मारा सालग्राम गराक ने।
कितने भाई आए थे? कितने लोग थे उसके साथ?
4-5 लोग थे।
क्यों, विवाद किस बात का था?
कुछ नहीं था, थोड़ी राजनगर एक जन के साथ गए थे, मतलब तो वो बोला उसके साथ क्यों गए हो तुम।
कोई जमीनी विवाद भी है क्या?
जमीन छुड़ा रहा था उस लोगों की, मतलब गांव की बहुत सारी जमीन छुड़ा ली उसने।
सिर में के डंडे से चोटें आई हैं?
सर में डंडा मारा, यहाँ पर मतलब पिस्टल से मतलब फायरिंग की है उसने, 3-4 फायरिंग की है।
गोली चलाने वाला व्यक्ति कौन है?
सालक राम करा, वो अपनी पिस्टल से वही चला रहा है।
आपने उसको चलाते हुए देखा था कि फिर सुना है आपने?
चलाते हुए मैंने अपनी आंखों से देखा है।
कितने लोग आए थे वो?
4-5 लोग थे।
The brother of the victim also being joined us is joining us right now on the broadcast. Sir, आपका अपना नाम बताइए प्लीज और बताइए क्या कुछ हुआ, क्या ये इस घटना के बारे में। अमन हमारे साथ जुड़ चुके हैं, अमन कुशवाहा, जरा आप बताएं कि क्या कुछ हुआ था, ये गोली किस बात पर चली, गोली कब चली और कितने लोग थे? All right, viewers, we will play out that phone conversation, but right now it's time for a very, very short break. But don't go anywhere. We will continue to bring you more updates on Republic TV. 7:30, it's time for Super Prime Time with my colleague Abhishek Kapoor on the broadcast. Stay tuned.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट,
स्वाद बनाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है, स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और परेशान, अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, mass comm, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
Ready for the next big IPO? Apply for it on Grow. Open your free demat account, check all IPO details, apply easily in a few taps. And that's it. Download Grow now for stocks, mutual funds and IPOs.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ स्वाद आया? आया।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
बड़े बड़े इम्तिहानों से गुजरता है, वक्त तलाशता है जिसे, जो जाने क्या क्या न करता है। जब तक खुशबू सबसे बेहतरीन न बन जाए, आराम के लिए नहीं ठहरता है। जब तक लाजवाब न बन जाए, उसे नहीं इत्मीनान है। तभी तो रिचमंड बनना नहीं आसान है।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला। पापा
सॉरी यार, गलती हो गई है। ये चोट खर्चा वर्चा।
अरे लास्ट बॉल पे छक्का भी तुम्हारा।
छक्का?
सब कैशलेस हो गया है। हाँ,
ला भाई मेरा बैट। वो अभी तो ठीक हुआ तू।
चार्ज हुआ यार।
बैट किसका है?
टाटा AIG है तो भरोसा है।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े।
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
Ready for the next big IPO? Apply for it on Grow. Open your free demat account, check all IPO details, apply easily in a few taps. And that's it. Download Grow now for stocks, mutual funds and IPOs.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है, अरे मेरे राजा। सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
तालियों की गूंज के साथ शुरुआत करते हैं यहां पर मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ का, जो हमारे बीच अब मौजूद है।
Lashkar's water warfare plot against India. Lashkar claims instructions from minister. Republic exposes park plot on water terror. Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
Presenting by Zoho Business Software, trusted by 15 crore users.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट,
स्वाद बनाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और फरसान, अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
Ready for the next big IPO? Apply for it on Grow. Open your free Demat account, check all IPO details, apply easily in a few taps. And that's it. Download Grow now for stocks, mutual funds and IPOs.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
पापा
सॉरी यार, गलती हो गई है। ये चोट खर्चा वर्चा।
अरे लास्ट बॉल पे छक्का भी तुम्हारा।
छक्का?
सब कैशलेस हो गया है। हाँ
ला भाई मेरा बैट। वो अभी तो ठीक हुआ तू।
अभी तो डिस्चार्ज हुआ यार।
बैट किसका है?
टाटा AIG है तो भरोसा है।
प्यास बुझाए, ठंडक लाए, सबको भाए जीरा से। MTH का जलजीरा जीरा से।
जीरा सिप, असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MTH।
डॉक्टर रोमा, मैनुअल वाइंडिंग, 4 लोगों के पास है ये।
कुछ इससे भी अनोखा।
कमला पसंद, सिर्फ एक अनोखा स्वाद। कमला पसंद पान मसाला। आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ।
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा, आर प्योर मसाला।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े।
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
AU करंट अकाउंट के साथ मिलता है फ्री UPI QR ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी और एक ही ऐप से बैंक के सारे काम। AU
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
Ready for the next big IPO? Apply for it on Grow. Open your free Demat account, check all IPO details, apply easily in a few taps. And that's it. Download Grow now for stocks, mutual funds and IPOs.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
वास्तव में उत्तर प्रदेश बीमार नहीं था। बीमारू वह मानसिकता थी जो यूपी के अंदर 2017 के पहले शासन कर रही थी, जिसने यूपी को बीमार करके छोड़ दिया था। जेब में कैसे जाता था और ये उंगली उठाने वाले लोग कौन हैं? ये वही हैं जो लोग आज श्री राम जन्मभूमि में चोरी के बारे में इतना हो हल्ला कर रहे हैं।
UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's first interview to Republic Bharat gives a detailed and hard-hitting response to Akhilesh and Congress.
यूपी नहीं था, बीमारू वह मानसिकता थी जो यूपी के अंदर 2017 के पहले शासन कर रही थी, जिसने यूपी को बीमार करके छोड़ दिया था, जिसने यहां के हर व्यक्ति के सामने असुरक्षा का संकट खड़ा किया था। वह बीमार मानसिकता थी।
Mindset changed the fortunes of Uttar Pradesh, says Yogi Adityanath as he speaks about the transformation in the last 9 years.
और आस्था की बात वे लोग कर रहे हैं, चोरी की बात वो कर रहे हैं जो इन गरीबों के हक पर डकैती डालते थे। अयोध्या की आस्था की बात वे लोग कर रहे हैं जो हनुमानगढ़ी में नमाज पढ़वाने का काम करते थे, हनुमानगढ़ी जैसे पवित्र स्थल पर। उन लोगों के द्वारा ये प्रश्न आज उठाए जा रहे हैं।
On Republic stage, Yogi gives a hard-hitting response to critics, says those who looted when in power have no right to criticize. Baba Bhageshwar's brother opens fire in Chhatarpur, Madhya Pradesh, shoots down man over land dispute. Republic news break on Lashkar's new terror strategy. Video confirms Pakistan planning water warfare against India. A very good evening, viewers. You're watching Super Prime Time. I'm Chongtham Amrita, and we begin with a major focus story of the day. The West Asian crisis is now deepening with fresh military action, rising diplomatic tensions, and growing concerns over regional security. Now, Jordan claims it intercepted Iranian missiles. Iran has made fresh military claims as well, and India has protested the killing of one of its nationals. And the US says operations against Iran have resumed. Here's a look at the latest developments.
The West Asian conflict is widening with missile attacks, military strikes, and rising maritime tensions, pushing the region closer to a larger confrontation. Jordan says its air defense systems intercepted and destroyed 4 Iranian missiles that entered its airspace as fighting between Iran and its adversaries continues to escalate. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard claims it targeted Bahrain's Jafar base, which hosts US military personnel, alleging strikes on an arms depot and satellite communications facilities. India has protested to Iran after an attack on a merchant vessel near the Strait of Hormuz killed an Indian national, demanding accountability and stronger maritime security measures. Tehran has warned that the Strait of Hormuz will remain closed under what it calls American aggression, keeping pressure on one of the world's busiest energy routes. The United States says military operations against Iran resumed after attacks on commercial vessels, with President Donald Trump notifying Congress about renewed action. As missile exchanges, shipping attacks, and military deployments intensify, Gulf nations are preparing for a prolonged crisis, with the UAE planning a new East Coast port to bypass the vulnerable Strait of Hormuz and protect trade routes. As the conflict deepens, the UAE's latest port plan underscores how the war is extending beyond the battlefield, reshaping strategic trade routes and the security architecture of the world.
Moving on to the next focus story, the Supreme Court on Tuesday came down heavily on comedian Samir Raina, observing that he had taken the court for a ride by making false statements and failing to honor assurances given before the bench. The court imposed a fine of 3 lakh rupees on the comedian and directed him to deposit the amount within 2 weeks, warning that coercive action would follow in case of non-compliance. The case is connected to insensitive remarks that was made on their show about persons with disabilities. A bench, in fact, Chief Justice of India Surjakant and Justices Joy Malia Bakchi and V. Mohana passed the order after it was brought to their notice that Raina had not invited any disabled persons to his show, which was one of the directions given by the court earlier. Let's take a look at this report.
The dirty influencers face Supreme Court action. Supreme Court today slapped a fine of rupees 3 lakh each on Samir Rana and 4 others. Samir Rana had violated court orders in the case connected to insensitive remarks made on his own show about persons with disabilities. The order came after it was brought to notice that Rana had not invited any disabled person to his show, which was one of the directions given by the court earlier. The petition accused Rana of making insensitive remarks about the high cost of treatment for spinal muscular atrophy. In the petition, it was alleged that Samir has ridiculed a person with such a disability. During the hearing, SG Tushar Mehta said that Samir Rana has taken the court for a ride and has brazenly violated the orders of his court. During the hearing, Samir Rana's counsel informed the Supreme Court that a Rs 9 lakh had been raised through his shows for the welfare of persons with disabilities. However, the petitioner rejected the offers, saying the issue was not about money but about dignity and accountability. The bench then observed that if disability was used for commercial speech, the dignity and the rights of persons with disabilities could not be ignored. The top court's stern observations have once again put the spotlight on the responsibility that comes with public platforms and free speech.
And now, viewers, 18 maternal deaths across Rajasthan. 5 mothers in Kota, 5 in Bhilwara, 4 in Banswara, 2 in Bikaner, and more reported from Didwana and Jodhpur as well. As questions mount over alleged medical negligence and post-delivery complications, Rajasthan's health minister has come under fire after appearing to skip questions from Republic. Take a look at this report.
A healthcare crisis is unfolding in Rajasthan after maternal deaths were reported from multiple government hospitals across the state. 18 women have lost their lives following childbirth, while several others remain critical. The highest number of deaths has been reported from Kota and Bhilwara, with similar incidents reported from Bikaner and Didwana. In Jodhpur, 8 women reportedly fell critically ill after delivery and were shifted for emergency treatment. Most of the deaths are reported to have occurred after caesarean deliveries, with sudden complications developing after childbirth. Administrative action has been initiated against the doctors and hospital staff, though officials say no common cause has been confirmed yet. Authorities are investigating medicines use, operation theatre procedures and hospital protocols.
अनफॉर्चुनेट पार्ट इसका देखिए, जो जहां हमारा नेशनल एवरेज है, राजस्थान जो है नेशनल एवरेज जो इसको क्या कहते हैं, कौन सा रेट, MMR, हम विद इन द नॉर्म्स हैं. इशू यही हुआ कि ये क्लस्टर्स में जो हुआ सडनली, उसका हम आपको पूरा जवाब देंगे. हम एक एक केस को स्टडी करके उसका पूरा सिनॉप्सिस निकाल के आपको एक एक चीज़ का जवाब, मैं जैसे ही आ जाऊंगा बांसवाड़ा से 2 दिन बाद, परसों में आ ही जाऊंगा, आपको हम डिटेल्स में बता देंगे हम आपको.
As outrage grows, Republic questioned Rajasthan Health Minister Gajendra Singh over the deaths.
क्लियर नहीं हुआ है कि आखिरकार मौत क्यों हुई सर.
फोन पे भी बात कर लो यार मेरे को. Give me a call in 5-10 minutes. 2 दिन में आ जाएं वापस. अब ले लिया यार, सभी क्लियर कर दिया. आप नोट ही नहीं किया मैंने क्या बोला.
Instead of answering the questions, the minister asked our reporters to call back in 10 minutes.
राजस्थान में लगभग 18 प्रसूताओं की मौत हो चुकी है, लेकिन अभी तक भी राजस्थान के चिकित्सा महकमे में किसी के पास भी इन पूरी मौतों के सवालों के जवाब नहीं है. खुद मंत्री गजेंद्र सिंह खीवसर भी इन पूरे मामलों पर फिलहाल चुप है, तो वहीं अधिकारी से लेकर कर्मचारी तक तमाम अधिकारियों ने अभी तक भी इस पूरे मामले पर चुप्पी साधी हुई है. लगातार रिपब्लिक भारत इस पूरे मामले पर मंत्री, अधिकारियों और कर्मचारियों से शुरू से लेकर अंत तक, चाहे वो कोटा की बात की जाए, बीकानेर की बात की जाए, जोधपुर, भीलवाड़ा, बांसवाड़ा, हर एक मौत के जिम्मेदारों की कार्रवाई और उनकी लापरवाही पर लगातार सवाल दागता हुआ नजर आ रहा है.
Families continue to demand answers as opposition parties question the functioning of Rajasthan's public health care system. With investigations underway and accountability yet to be fixed, the deaths of 18 mothers have sparked serious concerns over maternal health care standards in the state.
And now, viewers, a 36-year-old U.S. national, Jordan Brown, was arrested near the India-Nepal border in Uttar Pradesh's Maharajganj district yesterday after he was allegedly found attempting to cross into Nepal without valid travel documents. Meanwhile, investigators are questioning him and according to officials, multiple central intelligence and security agencies are questioning him on this. Now, they are independently also trying to verify every claim that he made, and including his identity, travel history, previous visits to different
different parts of the country and circumstances in which he entered India as well. Now, during questioning, Brown claimed that he had traveled to Thailand on a tourist visa but allegedly lost his passport there. He also added that he later reached Sri Lanka by sea and then entered India through the sea route in November 2025. However, no travel documents were found with him at the time of questioning. Take a look at this report for more information.
An American national was apprehended by Sashastra Seema Bal yesterday for entering India without valid documents. Investigators have started questioning him, and it is being said that multiple central intelligence and security agencies are questioning him. According to officials, multiple central intelligence and security agencies are involved in questioning. Jordan's contradictory claims have raised suspicions over his entry. This has prompted the agencies to independently verify every claim, including his identity, travel history, previous visits to different countries. During the interrogation, he claimed that he has worked as a soldier in US Navy. However, it could not be proved as he had no identity. Brown also told investigators he was traveling to Nepal to meet a Nepalese national identified only as Nas, whom he claimed to have met in Goa. He also claimed that another acquaintance in Bengaluru was in possession of his passport. However, he failed to provide verifiable details about the person. Brown further made a statement that he has studied in University of California, but it could not be proved true as he had no documents. With Brown's statements riddled with contradictions and no valid documents recovered, security agencies are now working to establish his true identity.
Now, viewers, a Delhi court has convicted former Aam Aadmi Party councillor Tahir Hussain and 4 others in the murder of the Intelligence Bureau staffer Ankit Sharma during the 2020 Notice Delhi riots. The court will now hear arguments on the quantum of sentence on July 23, while the prosecution termed the killing a planned act of mob violence. The defense also questioned the investigation and alleged procedural lapses. Meanwhile, here's a report. Let's take a look at the full report.
Karkarduma Court will hear sentencing arguments on the 23rd of July against Tahir Hussain and 4 others convicted in the Ankit Sharma murder case. Former Aam Aadmi Party councillor Tahir Hussain, convicted along with Haseen, Nazim, Qasim and Samir Khan in the 2020 Northeast Delhi riots case.
ताहिर हुसैन कौन था? आम आदमी पार्टी के लोग उसे बचा क्यों रहे थे? क्यों वो अरविंद केजरीवाल के नजदीकियों के, संजय सिंह, इन लोगों के फोन के लगातार संपर्क में था जब ताहिर हुसैन अंकित शर्मा जी का मर्डर कर रहा था? उमर खालिद के लगातार संपर्क में था। तो दिल्ली दंगों की जो पूरी की पूरी थ्योरी है वो आज सामने निकल के आ गई है कि इन सब लोगों ने मिलकर सड़कें बंद करना और हिंदुओं के नरसंहार करने की साजिश रची थी।
The prosecution alleges Hussain operated a violent mob from his Khajuri Khas building during the clashes.
करकरडूमा में एएसजे कोर्ट ने अंकित शर्मा जो कि आईबी के एम्प्लॉई थे उनके मर्डर केस में 5 लोगों को सजा सुनाई है, जिसमें ताहिर हुसैन, जावेद, अनास, नाजिम और कासिम शामिल हैं। इनको 188, 153, 147, 48, 49 आईपीसी और 365 और 302 में सजा सुनाई गई है।
इस वक्त आपकी सरकार थी केजरीवाल जी, मनीष सिसोदिया जी। आज पूरी दिल्ली जानती है कि सड़कों को बंद करके हिंदुओं का नरसंहार करने का योजना बनाई गई, प्लान किया गया। तब आपने और आपके उप मुख्यमंत्री ने क्यों सड़कों के बंद करने वाले का समर्थन किया? केजरीवाल के, मनीष सिसोदिया के, संजय सिंह के हाथ हिंदुओं के खून से रंगे हुए हैं।
Investigators presented eyewitness accounts, FSL reports, video evidence, weapon recovery and call records before the court. The defense questioned the investigation, alleging a manipulated FIR, delays and procedural lapses in the probe. 6 other accused were acquitted after the court found that charges against them were not proven beyond reasonable doubt. Ankit Sharma's family has demanded the strictest punishment, alleging he was targeted during the violence.
तो देखो सर, कोर्ट का अपना एक वो होता है, प्रोसीडिंग जो भी आगे चलती रहती है वो अपना है सर, उसके लिए तो मैं नहीं कहना चाहूँगा। बस हमारी सिर्फ यही उम्मीद थी कोर्ट से और अपनी न्यायपालिका से कि हमें भाई के लिए इंसाफ मिलेगा, चाहे देरी से मिले पर इंसाफ जरूर मिलेगा। एक सर मतलब जो ऐसे गंदे या गलत लोग होते हैं, इनके मन में एक डर पैदा सरकार को और कोर्ट को करना चाहिए कि किसी को मारना इतना आसान नहीं होता।
The court will now decide the quantum of sentence after hearing arguments from the prosecution and defense.
And now, viewers, India has formally launched its campaign for a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council for the 2028 to 29 term. Unveiling the campaign at the United Nations headquarters in New York, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar outlined India's vision under the banner of Shanti and pitched New Delhi as a voice for the global south, a champion of multilateralism and a bridge builder in an increasingly divided world. Here's a report for more. Take a look.
Shanti, which means peace.
India has officially begun its campaign for a seat at the United Nations Security Council for the 2028 and 2029 term. Launching the bid at the UN headquarters in New York, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar unveiled India's campaign theme as Shanti, which stands for securing holistic advancement through norms, trust and integrity. The campaign comes at a time when global conflicts, geopolitical tensions, and questions over the effectiveness of international institutions are dominating world affairs. India is contesting for a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council, the UN's most powerful body responsible for maintaining international peace and security. Elections are expected in 2027, and if elected, India will serve a 2-year term beginning in 2028. Jaishankar said India's approach would be guided by dialogue, diplomacy, and consensus building, with a special focus on the concerns of developing nations.
We have been a reliable supplier of these products to our neighbors. And where the larger canvas of development is concerned, there are today Indian-funded projects in as many as 79 countries across multiple geographies. So these represent a strong statement of our solidarity. And let me say this, in a world with too many conflicts and tensions, India has consistently espoused dialogue and diplomacy. We have sought to bridge differences. We have sought to find common ground. Our focus has been on mitigating the impact of these developments for the global south.
At the heart of India's campaign is a promise to amplify the voice of the global south and push for a more representative and effective global order. India has also pledged to strengthen UN peacemaking operations through technology, better mandates, and greater participation of women peacekeepers. Other priorities include securing maritime trade routes, tackling terror financing, and ensuring responsible use of artificial intelligence. India's campaign also draws strength from its long-standing engagement with the United States. UN is also among the world's largest contributors to UN peacemaking missions and has consistently argued for reforms to make the Security Council more representative of today's relatives. And through this campaign, India is once again positioning itself as a bridge between developed and developing worlds. With elections expected next year and diplomatic outreach already underway, India is now seeking global support for what could become its 9th term on the Security Council.
We have a big breaking news coming in at the moment. A court in Maharashtra's Kalyan has granted bail to Shiv Sena corporator Ramesh Mhatre, who was arrested for assaulting doctors and medical staff at a civic-run hospital in Dombivli earlier this month. Now, the court granted bail to Matre on a cash bond of rupees 50,000. This in regard to the doctor and healthcare professional assault case where Shiv Sena corporator in fact raised his hand and verbally abused several doctors and healthcare professionals in the district-run hospital. And now in this latest court case, he has now been granted after he produced a bail bond of 50,000 rupees. The latest on the Shiv Sena faction corporator Ramesh Matre, and now he has been granted a bail. A cash bond of 50,000 rupees has been granted by the court in this case where he was seen in CCTV footages assaulting several healthcare workers, verbally abusing them and also raising hands at them. And in this regard, several other doctors, or two other doctors who was at the incident also quit their job at that. And viewers, in another breaking news that we are getting at this moment, there has been no statement yet as far from Baba Bageshwar. This is the latest than the incident that took place in Chhatarpur in Madhya Pradesh, where a man was shot by, as what it claims, that Baba Bageshwar's younger brother, Shaligram Garg. He has opened fire over a man, and this in regard to a land dispute that has taken place in this area. And they are also claiming that this is in regard to a land dispute case where they are snatching lands from the villagers. And in this latest incident, an FIR has also been filed against Shaligram, even though till now there has been no statement that's coming from Baba Bageshwar in this regard. And with that, we come to the end of this bulletin. Thank you so much for watching Super Prime Time today with me, Chongtham Amrita. Stay tuned for more as we have on the other side the debate with Arnab Goswami coming up at 8 p.m.
Co-powered by Crystal Crop Protection, देश का किसान, देश का हीरो।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ और
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े। चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
Ready for the next big IPO? Apply for it on Grow. Open your free Demat account, check all IPO details, apply easily in a few taps. And that's it. Download Grow now for stocks, mutual funds and IPOs.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Our Pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने। मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
प्यास बुझाए, ठंडक लाए, सबको भाए जीरा सिप। MTH का जल जीरा, जीरा सिप।
जीरा सिप, असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MTH।
पापा।
सॉरी यार, गलती हो गई है। ये चोट खर्चा वर्चा।
अरे लास्ट बॉल पे छक्का भी तुम्हारा। छक्का? सब कैशलेस हो गया है। हाँ।
ला भाई मेरा बैट। वो अभी तो ठीक हुआ तू।
अभी तो डिस्चार्ज हुआ यार।
बैट किसका है?
टाटा AIG है तो भरोसा है।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ।
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
Ready for the next big IPO? Apply for it on Grow. Open your free Demat account, check all IPO details, apply easily in a few taps. And that's it. Download Grow now for stocks, mutual funds and IPOs.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है? आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट। स्वाद बढ़ाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और परेशान, अरे चंकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
संवाद के मुख्य अतिथि, संवाद के केंद्र बिंदु उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ पहुंच चुके हैं कार्यक्रम स्थल पर। कुछ ही क्षण में मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ मंच पर होंगे। उनका स्वागत और अभिनंदन किया जा रहा है। और अब गोस्वामी के तीखे सवालों के उत्तर में क्या जवाब को दिखा रहे हैं। मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ पहुंच चुके हैं। कुछ ही क्षण में उनका साक्षात्कार शुरू होने जा रहा है। तो ये
Lashkar's water warfare plot against India. Lashkar claims instructions from minister. Republic exposes park plot on water terror. Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
Presenting by Zoho Business Software, trusted by 15 crore users.
पिछले 9 वर्ष में दंगा मुक्त, कर्फ्यू मुक्त, उपद्रव से मुक्त एक उत्सव प्रदेश के रूप में उत्तर प्रदेश ने अपनी पहचान बनाई है।
Co-powered by Crystal Crop Protection, देश का किसान, देश का हीरो।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Ready for the next big IPO? Apply for it on Grow. Open your free Demat account, check all IPO details, apply easily in a few taps. And that's it. Download Grow now for stocks, mutual funds and IPOs.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मम्मा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरी राजा, सबका राजा आरती और मसाला।
पापा,
सॉरी यार, गलती हो गई है। ये चोट खर्चा वर्चा।
अरे लास्ट बॉल पे छक्का भी तुम्हारा।
छक्का?
सब कैशलेस हो गया है। हाँ।
ला भाई मेरा बैट। वो अभी तो ठीक हुआ तू।
अभी तो डिस्चार्ज हुआ यार।
बैट किसका है? टाटा AIG है तो भरोसा है।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ, स्वाद आया? आया।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
ऑक्टोरोमा मैनुअल वाइंडिंग 4 लोगों के पास है ये।
कुछ इससे भी अनोखा।
कमला पसंद, सिर्फ एक अनोखा स्वाद। कमला पसंद पान मसाला।
जो लोग श्री राम जन्मभूमि मंदिर के बारे में प्रश्न उठा रहे हैं, अयोध्या की आस्था की बात वे लोग कर रहे हैं जो हनुमानगढ़ी में नमाज पढ़वाने का काम करते। बॉटम 3 से टॉप 3 इकोनॉमी में यूपी का आना, यह विकसित भारत की उस आधारशिला को बनने का है जिसमें अब बीमारूपन से नहीं बल्कि भारत की इकोनॉमी के एक ब्रेक थ्रू के रूप में यूपी अपनी जिम्मेदारी का निर्वहन करेगा। पिछले 9 वर्ष में दंगा मुक्त, कर्फ्यू मुक्त, उपद्रव से मुक्त एक उत्सव प्रदेश के रूप में उत्तर प्रदेश ने अपनी पहचान बनाई है।
The moment you tell me Basanti, completely transformation
How do you do
happens.
that?
The moment I wear the costume, वो dress आता है, वो उसके अंदर बसंती घुस के आती है और मेरे अंदर आ जाती है.
In Sholay, if you had done a double role, if you were Basanti also and you also played Jaya Bahaduri's character, I'm just thinking.
Please don't think. Because Jaya ji has mentioned, I wish I had done Basanti's role.
Yeah.
She always says
Oh God,
that.
I don't want to have problem with Jaya Bachchan.
India isn't just defending its skies and borders anymore. We are exporting strength to the world. And as our defense production hits all-time highs, Republic Media Network is back with the third edition of the Forces First Conclave. Bigger, bolder, and more impactful than ever before. Bharat, the defense powerhouse.
Lashkar's water warfare plot against India. Lashkar claims instructions from minister. Republic exposes Pak plot on water terror. Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
Presenting by Zoho Business Software, trusted by 15 crore users.
वास्तव में उत्तर प्रदेश बीमार नहीं था। बीमारू वह मानसिकता थी जो यूपी के अंदर 2017 के पहले शासन कर रही थी, जिसने यूपी को बीमार करके छोड़ दिया था।
First time when I saw Dharamji, I was completely flabbergasted. And then he also smiled and said, "ये बड़ी चंगी कुड़ी है." And then I always thought कि if I marry, I must marry somebody like him.
Is it true that you completely fell in love with him when you saw him dance to that?
Completely fell in love क्या होता है?
I don't know. I don't know.
Love तो love होता है ना?
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
On the show tonight, the Lashkar's plan to carry out terrorism targeting India's water resources and water storage. That is what we suspect. At 8:30 p.m. tonight, the dirty influencer Samir Raina pulled up by the Supreme Court. It's getting worse for the dirty influencers. 9 o'clock tonight, Yogi Adityanath at the Republic Media Network event in Lucknow, and a stirring speech there and a strong reference to Ayodhya. You must not miss this one. And ladies and gentlemen, we suspect that Pakistan is back to its old and dirty tricks again. And we have proof which has come with us that they are planning some terrorism in response to our firm decision to keep the Indus Waters Treaty in abeyance. Now, we've kept the Indus Waters Treaty in abeyance post-Pahalgam because that is what they deserve. You see the pictures there? These are of Lashkar terrorists being trained with some hyperbolic jihadi music in the background. And they're being trained by the Lashkar-e-Toiba. This footage has come out. They're being trained by a US designated Lashkar terrorist called Haris Dar. And these are all Lashkar terrorists. They are being trained, and they are being trained in dams, in waters of dams in Pakistan. And he is addressing these water jihad recruits in front of a water body, and he says, "Agla step hamara dam mein aata hai, Mangla dam mein. Our issue over water is with India." And then he wants and says, something bigger is going to happen in 2026. That's the video of him on the right, where he says something big is going to happen over the water issue in 2026. Then he's parroting the line of the Pakistani government. Remember, the man on the right is not just any fanatic. He's a US designated, very well-known Lashkar-e-Toiba commander, training what is being called as a water force and preparing them to attack India from a new front. And he's saying repeatedly that 2026 something big is coming. Therefore, this is clear proof that Pakistan is intending to carry out terrorism, targeting India's water resources and water storage. That is an absolutely logical conclusion that we can draw from that footage out there. Let me give you a few names to truly hammer in how dangerous the situation is. Sajid Mir, Hafiz Saeed, Masood Azhar, Dawood Ibrahim. History is repeating itself in the most dangerous way possible. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember, do not ignore what is being done today. Remember the words of Pakistani Army Chief Asif Munir before Pahalgam, when he said, "Kashmir is our jugular vein." Then the DG ISPR said, "Block our water and we will choke you." Remember, ladies and gentlemen, what the climate minister of Pakistan said, "We'll chop off hands if you cut our water." And then what Hafiz Saeed said, that if you stop our water, we will stop your breath. Now, Bilawal and Ishaq Dar are crying victims at international seminars, but we have proof before you that their terrorists, their official terrorists, are being trained by the Pakistani army and the Pakistani establishment to target India through the water route. The visuals don't lie. Here are the visuals once again for you to remember. Frogmen training, swimming drills, 135-member water force, same dam, same Lashkar, same Pakistan ISI Lashkar script. And I want to ask tonight, when you're seeing these pictures of water jihad, where is the Aman Ki Asha Brigade? Where are the peace activists? Where is Mirwais Umar Farooq? Where are the dialogue walas, the nuance peddlers, the Kawali and Biryani Brigade? Ladies and gentlemen, they're completely silent. Republic is bringing you proof of Lashkar water jihad. Hashtag Lashkar water jihad. We need to respond to this. This video must be made viral so that Pakistan is forced to take accountability for its plans and its proposed execution. Let's debate.
One year after Operation Sindoor, Lashkar is once again planning a terror plot against India. In an exclusive video, Republic has exposed a fresh Lashkar-e-Taiba training module. The 14-minute-long video shows Lashkar terrorists undergoing water-based training, exposing their new strategy. In this training video, Lashkar operative Mohammad Haris Dar openly discusses attacks in India in the year 2026.
हालात बहुत अच्छे आ रहे हैं इंशाल्लाह। आइंदा आने वाला जो वक्त है, आपने ये पानी की तैयारी की है। आपको पता है हमारे पानी का मसला क्या है कि पीछे इंडिया बैठा है, और आप माशाल्लाह सुन रहे हैं हमारे वजीर और इन सब ने क्या कहा है, तुम्हारा पानी बंद करेगा, हम उसकी सांस बंद कर देंगे। इस साल 2026 में, मेरी बात सुन लें, 2026 में ना पानी के मसले पे कुछ हो जाना है, ठीक है। इंशाल्लाह अल्लाह ताला ना बहुत ही हमें आजादियां गल्बे फतूहात देगा इंशाल्लाह वाला। मैं आपको ये कह रहा हूं, तो तैयारी जरूरी है कि नहीं है, ठीक है। तो जमात के साथ जुड़ के हर बंदा नज़म का हिस्सा बने।
Haris Dar is a US designated terrorist who is often seen mingling with top Pakistani personalities. This once again shows the direct links between terrorists and the Pakistani establishment. Lashkar is now attempting to link training its cadres to the Indus water dispute. The exclusive video suggests an attempt to weaponize the water narrative as part of Pakistan's proxy terror campaign. Pakistan has continuously raised the issue after India's decision to keep the Indus Treaty in abeyance post-Pahalgam until Pakistan ends support to terrorism. Responding to Republic's expose, the Ministry of External Affairs said this.
It has been we have been calling upon Pakistan that they must irrevocably and credibly abjure cross-border terrorism at the earliest.
The question tonight, is Pakistan now seeking a new front under the guise of a water dispute to plot attacks against India?
They won't be able to do anything because they are incompetent and they are, they are useless. But should something happen now, General Bakshi, should something happen ever, right? We have now got this concrete proof that they are planning this the Lashkar-e-Toiba and the Pakistani government is intending to attack installations in India, India's water storage installations, India water institutions. They have intentions on water, which is very dangerous, Some terrorists were attempting to sort of poison water. We saw all that happening earlier. So there are all ways in which the terrorists are likely to operate. So we need to be very watchful. But in a way, it's also good, General Bakshi, that we've got the proof with us now. So there's no way that they can sort of wash their hands of this, General Bakshi. There is proof. The Lashkar is doing this. They're intending to do this.
Arnab.
And yeah, please, sir.
What we have clearly witnessed is a full-scale Pakistani information war offensive, PSYOPs offensive, to justify the use of water terrorism. They have tried to raise up the Indus water issue in all fora. What they forget is that India had held the Treaty of Indus in abeyance for the simple reason that Pakistan has refused to forswear the use of mass casualty terror, right? So Pakistan is now trying to exploit that to set up a kind of a narrative that we are the victim party, we are the victims of water terrorism, and we are going to respond with attacks on India's dams, India's water bodies, India's water infrastructure. They cannot do it with the help of conventional military means, so they are trying to do it through asymmetric means.
But we are not like India. So we are not like India when it comes to conventional power. Of course, we have shown you what conventional capabilities Pakistan is having.
आप इसको देख लीजिए, आप देख लीजिए आपकी करतूतें क्या हैं?
I think India must understand this, that India is the upper riparian and Pakistan is the lower riparian. Take a look at the screen, man. There is hydro-terrorism which is being conducted by any single party, and that is India. India is conducting hydro-terrorism on Pakistan by snatching, by the theft of the water which does not belong to it. And if it doesn't belong to it, then, of course, Pakistan has time and again said that IWT's abrogation, IWT's abeyance.
Yes. Let me point out to you
Raja, 1 minute. Raja, 1 minute. General Bakshi is countering you again. Audio is not correct, Raja. The audio is not being done yet. The point is, Hamid, a moment, please. Hamid, 1 minute. One minute, General Bakshi. The point is, what is this that we have? Can we address the issue here, Hamid? I see here a man called Haris Dar. As you know, right, in 2018, the US Treasury's OFAC, along with the US State Department, has designated 7 members of the Milli Muslim League Central Leadership, including Muhammad Haris Dar, as specially designated global terrorists under an executive order. Okay? Now, the man who has been designated... Now, 1 minute, please. First of all, what is he doing in Pakistan? Why are you... Can you just answer the question? Why is the US Special Designated Terrorist carrying out terrorist training in Pakistan?
Okay. Very simple. It's very easy to blame anything on Pakistan. But
No. Answer the question on... answer the question. Okay. One minute. Hamid, wait a minute.
Let me speak.
Hamid, wait a minute. Let's be focused.
Okay.
Please focus. This man is a US specially designated global terrorist.
I heard it.
And he is saying that I want to carry out terrorist attacks on India. I'm going to target India's waterways, and he's working with the ISI, and you are allowing a US specially designated terrorist to intend to carry out terrorist attacks in India. I am merely coming with proof for you. Am I right, Shailendra on the left? Am I right? I'm only showing you the proof of that. You respond to the video evidence which I have. You respond to the video evidence which I have.
Yes. With all this video and everything, I can very easily conclude that India is planning another false flag operation and false flag narrative through your Godi media against Pakistan. But sadly, you will be failed this time because the whole world knows that who is wrong in this Indus Water Treaty matter. And yes, if Pakistan need to destroy anything, it will be your water.
You can't even support bandwidth and you want to target our water. That's really funny. Shailendra.
Hamid Bhai.
Hamid Bhai is gone, but Hussein Tebo is there. Yeah, please.
Okay, Raja also, you listen to me now.
Yeah, Raja.
Raja, if we are doing hydro terror, when did we declare it? Here is a UN designated terrorist who has been declaring. UN designated terrorist who has been saying that he is going to target. One. Number two, the question asked was, hey, Raja, एक second दे दे यार, एक second दे दे. You and me have to evaluate it. मुझे सिर्फ ये बता दो. Is this a fun and entertainment swimming pool which has been created there? Is it for some fun? Or is it for some flooding scheme which India is doing and you are training the terrorists that how to swim across that flooding? Is it so? Can't you make out? And why can't you also say? Why can't you? And let me tell you, this is not a water park where they are doing whatever they are doing. Let us be very clear. There are 16 people you can notice. They are doing that swimming training. Why? Ask your Navy. Ask your Navy. Why are they supervising this? Why that familiarization with water? Why do you require? आप तो कह रहे हो IWT में मैं आपको पानी नहीं दूंगा. तो फिर ये तैरना किस लिए सीखना चाहिए?
सर तैरना किस लिए सीखते हैं? किस लिए सीखते हैं तैरना?
हाँ बताओ.
Why are they learning how to swim?
Why are they learning how to swim?
Are they going to come to you? Are they going to come to you for terrorist activities through water somewhere?
Oh, why not? Why not? Why not? You tell me one. Give me one reason. Give me one reason. You said you tell a lie. I'll accept it. Okay, no, this is a fun training. This is absolute leisure training.
Hussein, give me the opportunity to wipe the smile off your face. See, the thing is this. 1 minute. Hamid, I'm just coming to you. I'm glad you got your bandwidth back. You see, Hussein, it is not what the person is saying. It is not what the person is doing. It is also who the person is. Right? Yes. You should be totally, 1 minute, Hussein, you should be totally embarrassed that you are providing a safe haven for US specially designated terrorists like Mohammad Haris Dar, who is a global terrorist under a US executive order. This proves that you're a terrorist country. First of all, how is he operating so freely? Why is he not in lockup? Why, till now you were denying, your government kept denying that he is not in Pakistan. The footage is in Pakistan. You say like Osama bin Laden, you don't know where he is. We've shown you the footage of where he is.
I'll tell you.
Hussein, please, Hussein, audio has to do that control, not me.
Can you please give me a little while? I'll brief you. Today, our Home Minister of Sindh, Zia Lanjar, has briefed the media about the state-sponsored terrorism of India inside Pakistan, while the recent attack in rangers in Karachi. It's a very shameful act which India is doing, the state-sponsored terrorism around the globe, not limited on Pakistan. India is spreading the terrorism inside Canada, inside United States of America, inside UK. and you are showing me the kids are swimming in a pool or somewhere. This is a terrorism. And now the world is an electronics global village. If we will fight with you,
so Hussein, can I speak to you reasonably? Hussein, 1 minute. I'm countering you. Hussein, I'm countering you. You need to listen to me. You see, the Lashkar-e-Toiba is not good for you because eventually, Hussein, listen. Hussein, just 1 minute. The problem emanates. Haris, okay, let me 1 minute. Not Haris. Hamid, I know that you are not sure of your army's ability because when Raja Faisal says that we are conventionally weaker than you, he's admitting your army is much weaker than us. I agree. Conventionally, Army, Navy, and Air Force do not have the depth to take us on.
Only one person, Hafiz Sayyid Asim Munir, is enough for India. We don't have any kind of Lashkar-e-Tayyaba, Lashkar-e-Payyaba. We don't want any kind of Lashkar-e-Tayyaba and Payyaba. We have our strong army. We have our...
Hello. Hasid, 1 minute. If you do not have anything, Hussein, listen to me, Hussein, if you do not have, I need 2 windows on the screen. I can't direct as I speak. I'm telling Hussein, and because there's a disturbance if 2 other people speak, the producer should be so kind as to cut the windows when I'm speaking. Hussein.
Why should we train the Lashkar-e-Tayyaba and Lashkar-e-Payyaba and Lashkar-e-Tayyaba? We have our strong army.
Hussein, have you stopped? Hussein, have you, unlike Pakistanis, Indians have high intelligence. Because your intelligence is limited, you say Tayyaba and Fayyaba and whatever Gayaba. I would only ask you one thing, then if you do not need Lashkar-e-Tayyaba, if you are not cowards, then why are you hiding behind the Lashkar-e-Tayyaba? Why is the Lashkar-e-Tayyaba? Why is the Lashkar-e-Tayyaba doing this for you? Which organization that Hafiz Saeed? Why are you protecting Hafiz Saeed? Hand him over to us.
Hafiz Sayyid Asim Munir is enough for India.
So Hafiz Saeed is from which organization? Hafiz Saeed is from which organization?
My dear brother,
Asif, I'm not your brother. You're a Pakistani, I'm an Indian. We can't be brothers. You're a Pakistani, I'm an Indian. आप पाकिस्तानी हो, मैं भारतीय हूँ, हम भाई भाई नहीं हैं. हम भाई भाई नहीं है. ब्रदर वदर आप किसी और से बोलिए. ये हाफिज सईद लश्कर-ए-तैयबा ही कहीं है कि नहीं? ये मैं आपका भाई होने वाला नहीं हूँ. आप किसी और को भाई बोलिए ना, आपका भाई हो.
ये सिर्फ तुम्हारी, ये देखें, ये आपका यही तो स्लोगन है ना, ये जो बीच में बैठ. भाई हम तो चाहते हैं कि आप लोग सीधे हो जाएं. हम दुनिया को अमन करा रहे हैं, हम आके इंडिया में भी अमन कराएं. ये जो नरेंद्र मोदी जुल्म कर रहा है,
talking about Hussein, एक मिनट. अमन क्या होता है? अमन क्या होता है? अमन क्या होता है? टीटीपी के साथ अमन करो, अफगानिस्तान के साथ अमन करो, बलूचिस्तान के साथ अमन करो, पीओजेके में अमन करो, खैबर पख्तूनख्वा में अमन करो, सिंध में अमन करो, इमरान खान के साथ अमन करो. तुम मेरा अमन करोगे? What aman can you do for me? You got, Hussein, you got no business, absolute no right to talk about aman. What are you talking about? कि हम दुनिया में अमन कर रहे हैं? Where are you doing अमन? Hussein, नहीं चुप क्यों रही है? आपने, you have said you are doing aman in the world.
No, can I just, first of all, Hussein, can you keep quiet? आप चुप रहेंगे? एक मिनट, आप चुप रहे, आप कुछ मत बोलिए. हुसैन जरा चुप रहिए 2 मिनट. देखिए, ये तो तीखी आवाज में पहली बात है. हुसैन जी, मेरी बात सुनिए. ये पाकिस्तानी जो है ना, इतने चीखते क्यों हैं? इतने श्रिल क्यों हैं? थोड़ा ठहराव रखिए. स्पीक नॉर्मली. नहीं, आप ऐसे व्हाई डू यू स्पीक लाइक दैट? बड़ा खराब लगता है. कोई, देयर इज नो प्रेजेंस, कोई स्टेबिलिटी नहीं, कोई वॉइस ठीक नहीं है. ऐसे क्यों बात करते हैं? Why do you people talk like this? Horrible to listen to Pakistanis, you know. Okay, Hamid, listen to me. Hamid, listen to me. Hamid, ये बोल रहा है लश्कर-ए-तैयबा की जरूरत नहीं, फैयब्बा की जरूरत नहीं. I agree with him. Then, but you know what you should ask him is this: Hussein को ये पूछिए. And General Bakshi is there with us. General Bakshi, Hussein, ये लश्कर-ए-तैयबा की जरूरत नहीं, आपके लिए आसिफ मुनीर काफ़ी है. तो जैसे आसिफ मुनीर राज है, पहले एक और कायर थे, अनदर कवर्ड कॉल सम जनरल कयानी थी, पाकिस्तानी आर्मी थी, ISI था. आपने अजमाल कसाब को क्यों भेजा?
अच्छा
कहने अजमल कसाब को क्यों भेजा?
अब मैं बताता हूँ,
आपके ISI थी, आपकी आर्मी थी, आपके फयब्बा, खयब्बा, तयब्बा सब थे, आपने अजमल कसाब को क्यों भेजा?
He asked me.
Okay. Did you read the book by the British journalist who said that the all Bombay attack was a false flag operation by India? It was all false flag Bombay attacks were Indian.
I don't read bullshit books.
Again.
I don't read bullshit books.
That's why you like to give the reference of America. Then why don't you forget that America is the one who's told you that how we have beaten you in this war by bringing your Rafale down, by destroying your S-400 batteries,
properly.
by
I hate
taking
this
off all
Lahori
your
accent.
airspace. Why do you forget the reality that Pakistan has beaten
Hamid,
you?
what are you? Why are you doing this? Hamid, you are showing your conventional weakness. Listen to me. I ask you this. Listen.
Arnab,
God, this is crazy. These Pakistanis. I want to say this. General Bakshi, he'll put his volume down. General Bakshi, I think it's time to tell these Pakistanis that should they try this water jihad on us, I think this time we are not going to. No.
I would like to hear you.
General Bakshi, this time we are hammering them and not pulling
Let's
back.
listen to one another. 1 minute.
No, he's not stopping. Hamid, will you keep quiet?
He's
not keeping quiet at all. No, 1 minute. General Bakshi is not keeping quiet. He's showing disrespect to General Bakshi.
Now you
Hamid, 1 minute.
now
Yeah, do you
are
show some
getting
respect to
into
General Bakshi out here
another bout
tonight?
of rhetoric.
Will you stop it? What is this?
If you don't let me say,
Is this how you're taught to behave in Pakistan?
Arnab, I'd like
Thank
to
you.
point
listen
out.
to me. That's what I want you to listen. Because if you
Yeah,
don't
General
listen to me,
Bakshi.
you will not
Continue, General
understand.
Bakshi. He's
Your
indisciplined.
public will not understand. I want
Then you listen if you want others to
Bakshi's
listen
audio
to
louder.
you.
This false narrative is dying now.
Listen first
Narrative is dying.
before you
Substitute him
want
with
others
Raja.
to listen to you attentively. We will listen to you attentively, providing you let us conduct this as a proper debate.
That's what I want.
All right.
That's what I want.
So let's do that. Let's do that. So kindly listen to somebody who is far elder to you, and I have seen many wars. All right. Now the simple fact is, Janab, कि आपकी army has outsourced all fighting to your cartoon networks called the Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, etc., etc.
We don't need that.
Without getting into bursts of poetry and rhyming, and very crude rhyming at that, let me tell you, as a policy matter, your army has outsourced fighting to these terrorist groups, right? And one of the offenses, what we are trying to show you, visual evidence, आपके सामने proof positive is that in the Mangala Dam, the Lashkar-e-Toiba is carrying out, आप खत्म करने दीजिए, is carrying out waterborne training to carry out sabotage in dams and water infrastructure installations. Can you dispute that? Can you dispute the visual evidence?
For a second, I will agree.
Number two, a lower riparian state does not have priority rights over water. It has equitable rights. It does not have priority rights over any river water.
I have lots of respect for you. Let me reply. If you are afraid of these few guys who are just doing some kind of training, even I don't know what is factual in it, and then you just imagine what our professional trained army will do to you when it comes to the war, and we have destroyed you. We will destroy you because water is our red line. We will not compromise on our right.
Did I stop you from constructing dams? Did I? Hamid, listen. Hamid, you can continue. Hamid, listen to me. You can continue you can tell your unfit Lashkar idiots to keep their swimming competition going. But
That's
you
what I'm
need
saying.
to, if I set up Marcos on them, no, you know, we need to send some of our Marcos behind them.
Honestly.
One Marco is good enough for 100 of them.
No,
Raja, we have an issue here. We have an issue here. Today, we have an issue here. Today,
can
can Hamid keep quiet?
I'm just
Raja,
trying to explain.
Can you keep quiet? In 2008, the marine training of Kasab's batch ran under Zakiur Rahman Lakhvi, then a senior commander in the Lashkar-e-Taiba, right? Which is a UN and US designated terrorist.
Your baby. We don't know about it.
No, let them say.
Hussein, will you stop behaving like a parrot? Did I talk to you?
Your baby.
Did I talk to you? Will you stop being a crybaby?
Arnav, you talked about 2008.
I can admit it is a.
If you can give me some chance.
No, Raja, what? Raja.
You talked about
Raja, there are two designated global terrorists. Raja, you're not listening to me. Raja, there are two designated global terrorists who are doing this. Lakhvi, right? Lakhvi and Haris.
Pakistan has been pursuing a policy without all of these bills. I know that these people, they were in past, they were part of some plan. But 2004 onwards, Janam Musharraf made it sure that these people were never part of any of the plans, and these people, they have been obviously taken to the courts and they have cases against them. And the people you're showing swimming, none is recognizable, and they can be Rescue 1122 training sessions, because in Pakistan, the Rescue 1122, they do get trainings like these. They do get trainings in the mountains, in the seas, everywhere. And it is highly possible that these people are Rescue 1122 trainings. And overall, I was listening to Janab Bakshi, and I just wanted to
Raja, I have a lot of otherwise.
All of the problems.
I thought you were one of the few intelligent Pakistani interlocutors. 1 second, Raja.
We don't need to get into false flags again. We don't need to get into war again. We just need to sit together on the table. We
Understood.
Can bring
Understood. Can I tell you something?
He can sit in the middle. We can talk about Indus Water Treaty. We can solve all of these problems. We don't need to get into war. But when we talk about, bringing, these people mean nothing to Pakistan. These people mean nothing to Pakistan, and they are not part of any intelligence operation or anything like that. And when it comes to Pahalgam, the amount of time Pakistan has time and again asked you to come and sit with us, we can join hands to probe who conducted it. We condemned it.
Why don't you just hand over Haris Dar first to starters, One minute. General Bakshi is responding, Shailendra.
Okay, we heard you with patience, Raja. Can I answer?
He's trying to play the circuitous route, take time. General Bakshi.
We heard you with patience. We heard you with a lot of patience. Now let me point out to you certain things. Your point is, the point that you have made is that these are some rescue swimmers being taught to rescue people from, some water disaster. Please listen to the statements of Haris Dar, who is saying that we will have to carry out some retaliatory actions in 2026. Why are you taking that out of context? Why are you not relating it to this swimming training? You listen to this man, yeah? We can again play for you the bike.
He is talking about, he's an individual.
And he is not, this is not swimming training for rescue of flood victims.
Suggesting that they will be conducting in Mangla. Sir, Mangla is
जनाब आपने उसको सुना नहीं ना मैं वही तो कह रहा हूँ आप सुन तो लीजिए
You know it very well as well, sir. Mangla is a highly sophisticated and secure place. Nobody can go there like this. This guy, Dar, whoever he is,
he is less operatives of the Lashkar-e-Taiba who have free run
Where will they do it?
of Pakistan and its military institutions. They have a free run. The Lashkar-e-Taiba has a free run. Listen to this man,
It has nothing to do with Mangla.
Listen to this man called Haris Dar, Harry Dar, engineer. His pseudonym is engineer. Listen to him saying blatantly that in 2026 we will carry out operations against Indian water installations. So that means it is
Sir,
not
he-
any
sir,
swimming
he
training
is a dog.
for rescue
He is a dog.
of
Most probably
flooded
he
people
hails
or
from
something.
Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, and he is having these kind of thoughts in which he believes that this is the best time to, of course, reply Indian occupation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. And sir,
now link
it's not
it
the
with
Lashkar
this.
Taiba.
You
It's not the
are
Lashkar
trying
Taiba
to
you should be worried
justify
about. Sir,
terrorist
sir,
attacks
I think you should be
on
sir, I think you should be worried about TTH,
water installations.
Tehreek-e-Taliban Hindustan is quite active in Hindustan, and the reason behind it is that there are so many lynchings that are taking place.
ISI man Raja Faisal gets the 500 rupee award from the ISI for representing the ISI well. But Shailendra, the fact is that we've got evidence, and we are going to use this evidence in a global court. We are going to go to the international institutions and say, Colonel Shailendra, that Pakistan does not believe in diplomatic negotiation. Hence, there is no point negotiating with them because they are implementing only one route of terrorism. I mean, you can't talk to a terrorist state. You can't talk to a terrorist entity. Colonel Shailendra.
Raja, suno meri baat. I'll give you whatever you are asking. You said, let us sit together and talk it out on Pahalgam. We had invited you to at Pathankot also. We invited you physically. We gave you evidence. What happened? You know it better. Now somebody else was saying that India is scared of 15 terrorists. No, sir. We are actually very scared of 15 terrorists. Because in 15 terrorists को मारने के लिए Operation Sindoor 2 करना पड़ेगा. ये मेरी मजबूरी होगी. And we are very scared how Pakistan is going to suffer. Don't make us do that. We want to put that sense in you. Somebody said it very well. Mangla Dam is a protected area, nobody else can go. I am also saying same. Only your ISI can make it happen. Only they can facilitate.
They think that America will help them, but the reason why America won't help them, because we have evidence that American designated global terrorists are working together with the ISI to do this. So America is not going to help them in that. Hamid, you're going to get no help from the Americans now. Okay?
I'll tell you one thing.
So you're going to get no exit route this time.
We have a strong
Indians. Pakistan doesn't need any help to beat out of Indians. First
Anyway, you messed up badly with the Americans. Your utility is over for them.
You are trying to build a narrative for your so-called Operation Sindoor 2. We are more than ready for it. And yes,
if Operation, there's not Operation Sindoor 2. Let me tell you, Hamid, 1 minute. 1 minute. Hamid, why did we ever tell you? Listen. Hamid, I know a lot of people in the Indian authorities. Yes. As you know, I'm in touch with a lot of people. And let me tell you one thing. I speak to all of them. You know.
So am I.
So 1 minute. Speak to all of them. I'll tell you one thing where you're wrong. Yeah? Operation Sindoor is very much on. Hear my words. I remember this in the future, okay?
I agree.
Remember this in the future. There's no 2.0, 3.0. 1.0 is continuing.
I agree with you.
Did you hear me?
The reply
1.0
to that
is continuing.
Is a state-sponsored terror?
I simply say that we are more than ready for beat you up worse than what we did.
Okay,
Last time we dropped
Hamid, now go take a run in Hyde Park in London where you are hiding. You're hiding in London. Go take a run there. Improve your fitness levels because we are coming after Hafiz Saeed, Masood Azhar, Dawood Ibrahim, Sajid Mir, Haris Dar, and Hamid and Hamid Khan also. We're coming after you as well.
On Indian water resources, and we will.
I thank you all very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight. I will have more evidence and return with this story tomorrow. Now, this is exactly the same action and the script that the Pakistanis have followed in the past. Now, viewers, dirty influences. They're so dirty that the Supreme Court today had to pull up the dirty influences once again. The highest court of the country noting a brazen and shameless violation of a Supreme Court order by a man called Samay Raina. Ladies and gentlemen, the court pulled up Samay Raina in words saying that he's taken the Supreme Court of the country for a ride. Is this enough? When these people are not going to listen, when they're not going to change, when they will be disrespectful to people with disabilities. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you do with such shameless people? Let's debate.
The Supreme Court has slapped a rupees 3 lakh fine on comedian Samay Raina. The apex court tore into Raina during a hearing, saying that the comedian had taken it for a ride. Dirty influencers face Supreme Court action. Raina was pulled up by the top court for failing to comply with undertakings regarding the India's Got Latent controversy over insensitive jokes targeting persons with disabilities. Vulgar jokes as well as mocking persons with disabilities has caught up with Raina.
Supreme Court has come down strongly on comedian Samay Raina, saying it has no reason to doubt that he has taken the court for a ride. The bench observed that he was in brazen violation of the undertakings he had earlier given and rejected the claim that a compliance affidavit had already been filed, saying no such affidavit was on record. The court has now imposed a cost of rupees 10 lakh to be deposited within 2 weeks and given him 15 more days to file the compliance affidavit. It has also warned that if he fails to comply with the deadline, coercive action will follow. The case relates to compliance with directions in proceedings concerning persons with disabilities, including those suffering from spinal muscular atrophy or SMA.
A bench comprising of Chief Justice of India, Justice Suryakant, slammed what it termed Raina's brazen violation of statements given before the Supreme Court. We have no reason to doubt that Samay Raina has taken the court for a ride, was the crisp observation of the court. For now, the court has made it clear, vulgarity will not be tolerated either online or offline.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a very serious situation indeed when the Supreme Court of India is compelled to say that so-and-so person, this dirty influencer Samay Raina, has taken the court for a ride. We take the Supreme Court for a ride. Disrespectful to people with disabilities and thinking it is funny. No, I think it shows a low intellect, lack of ethics, lack of morality, lack of sensitivity, lack of empathy. And they have the time to fulfill what they promised to do to the court. They said that they would conduct special shows to showcase the achievements of people with disabilities, to raise funds for the treatment of those suffering from rare diseases. But that was not done. But they have all the time to interview some Alia Bhatt on some stupid program. So my question here is to Pragya Barsaiya. Can you give us the background? She's an advocate before the Supreme Court of India. Pragya, can you tell us what happened in the court? What is it? Which is the commitment to the court that this particular dirty influencer, Samay Raina, has violated?
Hello, am I audible?
You are, yeah.
Yes, so essentially this case was filed with a very serious violation to the right of dignity of the persons with disability. While we completely acknowledged, and as Senior Advocate Aparajita Singh apprised the Honorable Supreme Court, that while every individual in this country has the right to freedom of speech and expression, but there's also a parallel right of another individual to dignity, to lead a life with dignity. And that is the exact violation which aggrieved us and which led us to the Honorable Supreme Court. Talking about what happened, what occurred in today's hearing, it was based on the last occasion, while Senior Advocate Aparajita Singh she insisted that no action should be taken because this is not about one individual, but this is about the larger issue. However, because a lot of damage was already done to the right of dignity of the persons with disabilities, the respondents, these private parties before the Supreme Court, they gave an undertaking to the Honorable Supreme Court that they would be conducting shows and they would be inviting the SMA patients and publicize for our cause. And it's a very genuine cause. This goes far beyond the right of dignity. This is about the funding issues. These patients, their caregivers are spending across 1 crore a year to sustain the life of these people.
And can you, without repeating what he did, Pragya,
yes,
just can you tell us what he had done on this program India's Got Latent, where he targeted people with disabilities.
So Arnab, this entire issue, I believe the trustee of the Cure SMA Foundation is with us. So, and she, they are doing a commendable job in raising funds for these patients. But just to give a brief context, these patients, they basically develop this disease from very early on, and the injections, they cost up to 16 crores. So there was a stand-up special that was hosted by one of the respondents, Samir Raina, where he insinuated that if a parent of such a child faces this conundrum where they're, of course, they don't have the financial resources but have to buy that one injection for their infant, then the parent would at least think twice कि inflation तो बहुत बढ़ रही है. So that was the comment.
So he was basically saying that there is no need.
Litigation.
So